Today I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I met a griefer, a cocoa griefer. Please do not find her or harass her. I'm going on Dandy's World, hold on. Okay, here's the story of how I met a griefer today. So basically I joined a matchmaking, right? And the other teams were like doing their business until they died on the first floor or second floor. So after the teams died, a Coco went up to me and said my username, which is not cool because I don't know why she used my username. And I said yes in reply. And then she said I was so bad at the game. Until I was like, okay. And she was like, just leave the game. And I didn't. And I didn't leave the game because she wanted me to join another group and didn't want me to have Bassie. So this is the story I'm going to tell you today. Basically, a Coco was trying to grief me, right? And she said I was so bad at the game. And then until she thought I died on the other floor, but I didn't. I got into the elevator and she was so mad. She basically wanted me to die or leave the game and didn't want me to get Bassie. But I was not, and I said, your words won't take me down, luckily. And she got so mad, bro. She was so mad that she wanted to grief me. So basically, hold on, this game is loading. Okay, so, alright. So, after the floor, she was so mad she started to roast me, but her roasts were off boundaries. And I was like, okay. And you're not gonna make me leave the game because I'm too good at it. Then when we got into a blackout, she was like, oh, now you're gonna die. No, because... Also, if you're watching this, Coco, the Coco that griefed me, you suck. I don't even know why you're trying to bother people. And I hope you regret it and think about it every day. That's the note for the, sorry viewers, that's the note for the Coco that griefed me or disgraced me. But anyways, back to the story. So when I was trying to do my machines, she kept on telling me to leave the game, and it didn't work out because it didn't quite work because I'm a pro player, and she kept on claiming that she was good at the game, and that she keeps claiming that I'm a loser. And then she tried to bother me every single time I got onto the elevator. She kept on trying to roast me, but her roasts were off, as you know. And then when we got to the other floor, I said, you may not be a winner in my eyes, but it's better to see you as a loser in my glasses. She said it was kind of tough. And I was like, yeah, and I thought she was being nice, because I thought she was going through something. Until later in the other floor, when we got to floor 6, she bothered me to leave even more, but that was never gonna work. She thinks she could bother me, but I know that's never gonna work because I'm a pro player and I know that words will never hurt me. So basically, after that, floor 6, we got to floor 7. She, on the Bassy floor, she tried to bother me even worse. She told me to keep on leaving, but I didn't, and I was like, bro, you're never gonna make me leave the game. You just suck at this game, admit it. And then she was like, I'll never admit anything. The hell? And I was like, I'll put this in many words to make to make sure I'll never leave. 1, hell to the no. That is what I said to her. And then she was gurring all over the place and acting like a pick-me. So basically, when I got to the floor, the other floor, like floor 7, I think. No, that was floor 7, right? Hold on. Shoot. Okay, so, basically, oh shit, I'm at 1 heart. I need a med kit. I need to hurry up and get a med kit. Okay, so basically, she was still bothering me, trying to tell me to leave or trying to grief me. But luckily, that didn't work. Because I know between griefers and rude people. I just gotta wait for him to leave. Where was that? Oh, yes. So basically, on the other floor, I finally died, and she was laughing and making fun of me, and I said, haha, like your mom, and then she was like, hey, and then I said, yeah, it hurts now, does it? And then she was like, and then she was still laughing that I lost the game. She kept on trying to bother me. She was so mean. Luckily, I didn't, and unfortunately, I didn't report it. Because I should have did. Also, I said, so bad, like how your dad left for another girl, but Roblox didn't let me say it. And then she was like, haha, I don't care. And then I was like, you do realize that I'm recording, but I actually wasn't. I was trying to make her scared so she can realize what she was doing. But unfortunately for you, Coco Griefer, I'm telling the story of what happened, so you better try not to back yourself up with lies. So, after I said that I was recording, which is a lie, I was trying to make her aware of what she was doing and trying to make her scared. Then she got scared and told me that she was sorry. And then I was like, nope, I'm gonna post this, boy. And then I was like, I'm gonna post this and stay alone, you big rude rabbit. And then she was like, no! So then I got off the game. And then this is the story I'm telling you guys right now. Also, notes to griefers. I don't know why you people are trying to grief people. So if you're a griefer, you can leave the video. And also you might want to hear this note. It's for griefers. Griefers like you shouldn't grief people based on how they're playing, or what their trinkets are, or how they want their dream made, okay? It's better to let them get what they want. Alright. And you shouldn't grief anyways, because that's how you can get reported. So you better stop.